There I is. No, no. Oh, there we go. There we go. Boom. There we go. And we are live. What up, Six? What's that? What's your name mean, bro? Assuming you're bro, you could be a woman. What up, health is wealth? People don't understand that, bro. Their health is wealth. Mm. What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing? Please let me know if you're having any trouble hearing me. What's up, body by default? Cool. I've never seen you on here before, Six. So welcome. Are you new to my YouTube channel? Is that a bug? Can't be. Can't be. That can't tell. No, I don't think you. Like it was a bug in my durian. Hey, I appreciate you, Six. And welcome to the channel. And welcome to the live. So, tell me about what you're doing. What journey are you on? Are you fruitarian, vegan, raw vegan, like transitioning, struggling? What's the 411? People don't recognize that, Six. They don't recognize that. I appreciate you for recognizing it. What up, Joe? It's nice when people can see the heart behind the posts, the comments, the videos, even when I gotta check a motherfucker. Man, that was good. Most of it. Woo! How to reverse cavity. I can't tell you, bro. I don't know. I've experimented with that. I've tried different things with that. And I can't say that I found anything that works. There's a lot of channels on YouTube that tell you how to do that. I followed some of those things. I made my own toothpaste. They say oil pulling will do it. And it could just be that I haven't done it long enough. That's possible. So, but I know like I've done oil pulling. I don't know, maybe you have to do that shit for years. Because it takes years to who told me, I forget who told me this, but it takes years for a cavity to form. So maybe it takes years to reverse a cavity. I don't know. But yeah, I can't help you with that one. If you find out, let me know. Well, welcome to the live body by default. I don't remember seeing you here before either. Are you following me on Instagram? And congratulations to you, Jesper, for your journey. How long you been vegan, Jesper? Let me move this back here so I don't have to lean over. Hey, body by default. How you feel since you gave up that animal flesh, bro? Hey, salute to you, Joe, because I see you. You've been doing the damn thing. So salute to you, my brother. You've been on it. I see you are playing no games. I appreciate you for stopping by and saying what's up. Oh, that's what's up, Six. How have you how has your fruitarian journey been thus far? What the why? Oh boy. Thank you, Six. People don't understand, it's interesting how this lifestyle that I live of eating just fruit, it draws so much attention. It's seen as so peculiar. I'm viewed as like an anomaly, you know, and like people look at me as like I'm special or something. I'm doing some type of special thing. But all that's really happening is I'm just eating the way we're all supposed to eat. And, people like you could spend all day debating this, going back and forth. There's no debate. There's no debate. Most of the people that there's over 2 billion people in the world that claim to be Christian. That means they believe the Bible, right? And so the Bible shows you that the first people were fruit eaters. And there's no telling how long they lived before they ate from that tree of knowledge of good and evil. They could have lived for thousands of years, they could have lived for millions of years. There's no way of knowing. But the first humans were fruit eaters. The first humans didn't eat animals. The stuff that the junk that they sell today for people to eat didn't exist because the machinery didn't exist, the technology didn't exist, all these chemical combinations didn't exist. Damn. Like these things didn't exist at all. Nobody was killing animals and eating them. Animals weren't even killing animals and eating them. Nobody was eating animals for food. No species on the planet during this time was eating animals for food. And so now, we have different categories, different groups. We have carnivores, omnivores, you got frugivores, you got necrovores, and certain species, I guess you could say, evolved to eat animals because certain species have canines now. They have fangs, they have the claws, you know, maybe their digestive system changed. There's no way of knowing exactly, but there are, what you can know exactly, precisely for sure, is that there are huge, significant differences between humans, which are classified as frugivores, carnivores, and omnivores. And I mean, it's really just common sense. It's really just common sense because one, people that eat animals don't even like it. They don't even like it. Like, you could really stop right here. This is really all the proof that you need. Now, I've posted a couple videos of my dog, well, my son's dog, eating her natural diet, right? Which was a bird. Well, it used to be a chicken. It was the carcass of a chicken, what used to be a chicken. The whole thing, neck, head, all the guts, everything, feet, toes, everything. And a carnivore, like, it's so plain, it's so simple. This is common sense. I don't see why anybody even tries to argue or debate this. If you hold up a carcass of a dead bird, just pay attention to how you react to it. And then pay attention to how a carnivore or an omnivore reacts to it. You know what I mean? Many people have dogs as pets. So if there's any confusion about what you are, you could do this experiment. This is common sense. You hold up the carcass of a dead fucking bird, that shit will gross you out. There's nothing about that looks delicious to you, because if it did, you wouldn't be holding it up. You would be eating on it. Now, when I hold that up, my son's dog Bella is licking her lips. Her tail is wagging. She's jumping up, like climbing up on the table, trying to get at it. The last video I made, I haven't posted this on YouTube yet, but I'm going to probably today. I'm holding it and I'm recording and I'm talking, and she not climbed on the table, but she stood up on her hind legs, her front legs, holding on to the table, and she just bit the fucking head off of this bird carcass while I was talking. Like, you can hear the beak, probably the skull, like whatever these bones, like you can hear her chewing them and crunching them. She didn't need any season. She ate the fucking head, the eyes, the beak, the tongue, everything. She didn't need no seasoning. She didn't need no sauce. She didn't need no salt, pepper, no ketchup, no mustard, no barbecue sauce, no teriyaki. She didn't need nothing. She didn't need fire. She didn't need a fork or nothing. She didn't need nothing. She just ate it. You know why? Because she liked it. A human would never do that. You know why? Because humans don't like it. They were never programmed to like it. It's not in our DNA to like it. We don't even have the ability to eat like a carnivore, omnivore eats. Like, I was on YouTube earlier today, just kind of surfing around. Somehow I got on, like, I was actually looking for a video name, a name for the video that I was just talking about. And so I'm kind of scrolling through YouTube, looking at what other people who feed their dogs raw call their videos. And so I ended up into this section of carnivore diets. And carnivore diets seem to be a really big thing. But do you realize there is no such thing as a carnivore diet? Like, no disrespect to these people, but these people are just stupid. These are what these people are eating. This is not a carnivore diet, right? Because carnivores don't eat like these humans, and these humans do not eat nothing like a carnivore. You understand what I'm saying? Carnivores hunt their prey, they kill it, and then they eat right there on site while it's still fresh, it's raw, it's hot, it's steamy. Like, you can see steam coming off the flesh of the internal organs as they rip that carcass apart. You can see the steam coming off of the flesh. They're slurping up the blood, they're eating the bone, like they're eating everything. These fucking humans are not eating like that. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it kind of, like, I can't talk about it much because it just annoys me how stupid people are. They're not eating like that. They can't eat like that. You show me humans that eat like that, that really love eating like that. I'm not talking about like, even in these so-called third world undeveloped countries where you still have tribes, where they don't have things like electricity, and they live as hunter-gatherers. Even these people are using fire. You know, they go out, they hunt something, they catch it, they kill it, and they eat it relatively fresh, like probably that same day, but they're using fire. You understand what I'm saying? Carnivores and omnivores don't use fire at all for anything. That's because they like the flesh of these animals. They like it. They really like it. And humans really don't. So they have to alter it in some kind of way in order to be able to eat it. This is such common sense. It's so plain and simple. You don't like it. That's why you have to put fire to it. That's why you have to season it. And a lot of the shit they use for seasoning is plants, herbs, spices. These are all plants. The sauces they use, these sauces are designed or created to imitate fruit to some degree because these sauces are sweet and tangy and juicy. Animal flesh is not sweet, tangy, or juicy. Carnivores and omnivores don't want no sauce on the flesh that they're eating because they like the flesh. They're not trying to make it taste like something else. They're not trying to make it taste like fruit. People don't even realize what they're doing. Like, when they put these sauces on things, these tangy and sweet barbecue sauce, they're basically trying to make it taste like fruit because it's just in us. It's programmed within us to eat fruit. So even when we go astray and get off of nature's path and get disconnected and lost from who we are, it's just innately in us to still gravitate towards what's been programmed in us. We have been programmed to eat and love fruit. All right, so this is why, and we're, with that being said, we're drawn, like bright, vibrant colors draw us. Right? This is why they make all these poisonous things for kids to eat all this poisonous junk that they call candy. This is why a lot of it is brightly and vibrantly colored, because that's what draws us. This is why the colors, I believe, the colors red, yellow, and orange have been scientifically proven to stir up hunger, create a desire to eat within us. That's why most of your fast junk, or many of your fast junk restaurants, use these colors, like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, red, yellow, orange. These are the colors fruits are. Apples, lemons, oranges, bananas, and more. Strawberries, raspberry. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? So even when we've strayed away from nature and we're lost and completely disconnected, we're still like, you can't run away from who you are on the inside. And even when you're eating things you're not supposed to eat, you're subconsciously still trying to make it taste like what you are supposed to eat. That's why people don't eat just raw flesh like carnivores and omnivores do. They have to make it taste like something else, which means they don't like it. These people are necrovores. They are not carnivores. This is not a carnivore diet. This is a necrovore diet. They're eating prepackaged, refrigerated flesh, which is the rotting and the decaying flesh off of a corpse of a dead body. That's what they're eating. It's prepackaged, it's refrigerated. They use fire and a hell of a lot of seasonings and spices and herbs and sauces just so they can eat it. Like, it's shocking to me that this just isn't common sense to people. And then boom, you recognize this is true. Like, you could debate this all you want, but the truth is the truth. Like, there's nothing that could be said to counter this. There is nothing that anyone can say to counter this, because the truth stands on its own. Truth doesn't need anyone's help to defend it. Like, you could argue, nothing anyone said would make any sense. Nothing anyone says could ever prove this wrong, because everybody that thinks they're carnivores and omnivores, all these people on these so-called, on these necrovore diets, they eat exactly the way I just said they do. None of them eat like a carnivore. None of them. Like, this is just plain as day. Like, this is it is what it is. And even if one of them was to see this video and was like, okay, I'm gonna start eating like a carnivore, you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it, because you don't have the jaw strength to break bones, for one. Now, are you gonna eat to slurp up the blood, drink the blood? No. Are you gonna take a carcass and plant your face in it and eat the heart and the liver and the lungs and the kidneys? No seasoning, no fire, no salt, pepper, no nothing. Just plant your face in that carcass and start eating. And will you love it? No. You would never do that. And you can do it. You could buy some chicken. You could buy some chickens. Have them run around in your backyard. You could kill them yourself. And then you could cut the carcass open and you could plant your face right in it. And you could eat everything, and you could do it. You never would, though. A carnivore would, though. Fruit is the way. We are fruit eaters by nature. Fruits are brightly and vibrantly colored. Most of them are. This is all part of a system. That's why we're drawn to bright, vibrant colors. We're programmed to be attracted to bright and vibrant colors. And fruits are bright and vibrantly colored, so we would notice them and eat them. We are programmed to like sweet things, tangy things, juicy things. That's why most fruits are sweet and tangy and juicy. And you got all kind of fruits. You got citrus fruits, you have bitter fruits, you have sweet fruits, and to different degrees, we all like those different flavors. And this is just what fruit naturally is. Well, what about vegetables? Well, what about them? One, vegetables are not brightly or vibrantly colored. So and the original humans were fruit eaters. So it's like if you're walking through nature and you're looking for something to eat, you got all this green vegetation around you, and a lot of it is unedible, but there may be some things in there, some plants in there that are edible. You're not even going to notice those because they blend in with all the other greenery. But if you see an apple tree, that's going to stick out because that bright red amongst all that greenery, it's just going to pop out. If you see oranges growing, again, they're just going to pop out. It's like they're just screaming at you. Like there's no way you would miss it. You would not be able to ignore it if you tried. This is by design. And most vegetables are green. They just blend in with the other greenery that you're not supposed to eat. And then some vegetables grow under the ground. Like you don't even know they're there. Fruits grow above ground and usually on trees, up high, above everything else. So you notice them, and then they're brightly, vibrantly colored. So you notice them. I don't know if y'all getting this, but like from where I'm at my level of consciousness, like this is so plain and simple. Like it's just so obvious to me that it's all a part of a divine system. And it's just common sense. Like there's so much I could say about that. Like that was just one point. That's just one point. So now I'm just wondering if anybody's understanding anything I just said and if y'all feeling it. Or did this just go right over y'all heads? What up, Gabriel? What up, Nick? Yeah, that conversation isn't happening, Nick. With that the brain eater, that conversation isn't happening because yeah, dogs are omnivores. They're not carnivores. But that just means that they eat other things. Like they don't like dogs eat plants too. Dogs eat fruit too. But you could tell that a dog is meant to eat animals too by how the dog eats the animal. The dog eats the animal just like a carnivore eats the animal. There is no difference. The only thing you're not going to see, lions or tigers eating fruit. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're not going to see that. But my son's dog loves fruit. Sometimes I think she loves fruit more than me. Like there was times where I would think that, like, damn, I think she liked fruit more than animals. Until you put fruit, if you put some fruit here and then you put like the carcass of a dead bird next to it, she's gonna pick the carcass of that dead bird. She's not gonna pick the fruit over that. I think I'm gonna do that experiment too, because now I'm curious. Like I just said that, and I don't have any proof to support that. I just feel like I just know that's true though. But then again, her greedy ass, if she has access to both, she'll probably eat both because she's a greedy motherfucker. Like she'll eat a whole fucking bird's carcass, the whole fucking thing, and then still want more to eat. And she's not even a big dog. She's like a 40-pounder at the most. But yeah, that interview, that discussion, whatever it was gonna be, that's not gonna happen. basically I told him that he didn't want to promote it. Like he had such a hate for me because I eat. Well, it's probably not just because I eat fruit, but it's definitely because I eat fruit. And which I always find that amazing how these people that eat this this rotting and decaying animal flesh off of the carcasses of these animals, like how much hate they have inside of them. Like they hate people just because they don't eat the way they do. You understand? Like they really hate people that don't eat animals like they do. If they know, say like they know you're a vegetarian or a vegan or this, they don't like you just because of what you eat. Just because you don't eat animals, or like nobody's eating animals, honestly. They're carcasses. Just because you're not eating the rotting flesh off of these carcasses. I always find that interesting. It seems like they're just so full of hate. But he was full of hate towards me. And, I don't care about that. Right. But it was so, I guess, intense. He refused to promote the live. And so I told him, if you're not going to promote it, then we just won't do it because I'm not doing all the fucking work. I had already started promoting it. As some of you know, that's why you just asked about it, Nick. I was going to promote it every day. Like the way I feel about him personally was separate from us doing this live. Like I don't even know. I did get to a point where I just didn't want to talk to him no more. Like I didn't want his energy in my life anymore. But before that point, I don't care. Like you eat brains and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. He challenged me to a debate. He wanted to debate me. And like that's not even something I would even normally consider. But I thought about it and I thought this would be an interesting discussion. That's more of how I was looking at it, because I'm thinking like if we debate, we're going to be talking over each other, and this could really not be beneficial to anybody. And I wanted the format of it to be more informative and educational, not argumentative. And I told him this. I said, hey, we do this. We're not going to be going back and forth. It's not going to be this disrespectful thing. We're not going to be arguing or anything. We're going to present two different perspectives, two different lifestyles. And, let people decide for themselves what they want to do. Or whatever. Just put the information out there from two kind of like, well, I don't see what I do as extreme. In this world, it's extreme to eat just fruit. And in this world, it's extreme to eat, for a human, to eat brains, the brains of a cow and other raw flesh of an animal, or what used to be an animal. Like these are two extremes in this world, right? So I just wanted to put the information out there, get more. I was going to have him share more information about his lifestyle and why he went down this path and what he feel the benefits are, right? And I mean, that was kind of the direction I was going with it. And then I would have asked him some questions about it, like about all the links to cancer and the high cholesterol and, all these different things. And just gave him space to answer, to respond, Um, but yeah, he didn't even want to promote it. So that's that. Shoom, shoom, shoom. What's up, Desmond? How you doing, brother? What's up, Hannah? You got good hair, Hannah. You got that good hair, Hannah. Fruits over everything. That's right. Plant Power King. Congratulations, Jesper. Let's keep going. Keep going. Run it up. What up, King Gregorius? Best fruit to start fruit. You're eating apple. The best fruit to start fruit is whatever fruit you love to eat. There is no universal best. That'll be different for everybody. I don't even remember what fruit I started. I'm now you got me wanting to trying to remember the first fruit that I had when I first started eating fruit. I'm gonna see if I can remember that, man. I would love to remember that. What was I know that whatever the first fruit was, it had to be a really what I consider a basic fruit, like an apple or a banana. Because I didn't even like a lot of fruits when I first started. Like now, like I like cucumber, I like strawberry. These are all the fruits that I didn't like when I first started that I now like after being on this journey for a little while. Cucumbers, strawberries, blueberries, avocado. Those four just come to mind immediately. Tomatoes is another one. Um, and I'm sure if I kept thinking, there's probably more. But all those that I just named, those some of those are my favorite fruits. Like avocado has become one of my favorite fruits. I love strawberries. When they ripe, man, strawberries are good. I love some strawberries when they ripe. But lately the strawberries haven't been that great. So I'm thinking maybe it's not strawberry season. But man, blueberries, like I haven't been like really feeling blueberries lately. But like I've had some periods where I'll just be smashing blueberries. First time I had an avocado, I spit it out of my mouth. And cucumbers, I still don't understand why I like to eat cucumbers, but I had some of one today, and I really enjoy eating them. So had to be something like an apple or orange or something. Like I've never heard anyone say I don't like apples. Not an apple, not an orange, but a banana. An apple or a banana. That's right, Jesper. Like that's a point I didn't even I didn't even touch on. Our anatomy. You know what I'm saying? Our digestive system, our teeth, our innate desire. I'm not gonna go back to that, but you absolutely right. You do need seasonings to like that animal flesh. You do. And for the first humans, fruit was their meat, not other animals. And humans lived like that again. I don't know how long, how many years. It could have been thousands, could have been millions. But fruit was their meat back then. And that never changed. We changed it. But the divine design never changed. Fruit is still our meat today. not other animals. You know, that animal agriculture industry, that whole industry is a evil, satanic, demonic industry. Plain and simple. That whole industry is just pure evil. It's of the devil. Like I'm not even like I'm not a religious person or anything, but you understand what I'm saying. You don't have to be, religious to say those things. Like I don't know a stronger way to say it. That eating like that is of the devil. It's demonic. It's satanic. Eating animals, I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Eating animals is Satan worship or devil worship. That's what it is. And that's why that shit makes you sick and it will eventually kill you. It goes against your whole nature. But just so many people are just too blind to see that. That's also true, Jesper. Damn, Jesper, you dropping some gems, bro. Welcome to the live, my brother. You got a lot of great input. I appreciate you. My thoughts on seedless watermelon? That shit don't look right to me. I don't fuck with it. What's up? Say, is your name Sade or Sade? Because when I see your name, I immediately think Sade, the singer. So is it pronounced the same way? And ain't you're from Trinidad, right? I don't remember how I just seen, I don't know where I seen, I think it was in the DMs. I think we've talked before in the DMs, and you mentioned that you were from Trinidad. What's up, LaBash? But yeah, that seedless watermelon, man, I don't fuck with it. Like, I don't like the way that shit look. That shit just don't look right to me. I don't know. Like, I'm just used to seeing watermelon with seeds, and to see it without, like the color, like that color don't look right. Nothing looks right about it. And when I see it, I just, no, hell no. Now I have tried it, just I don't, probably just out of curiosity. You know what I'm saying? I remember being over my cousins one time, and they had like a get together over there, and I got there so late. Like when I if I go to like an event like that, like a get together or cookout or something like that, like I tend to arrive so late. They're done killing themselves. They're done poisoning themselves, and they're putting all that junk up. So when I get there, you don't see it or smell it or see anybody eating it. Like I show up late. And this is one of those times, and they had like a seedless watermelon that they got for me because they knew I was coming and they wanted to have something for me. And they had a seedless watermelon. I don't know how accurate that was, what I just said about them getting that for me. But moving right along, they had a seedless watermelon, and I tried it, and I remember them asking me, "How did they do?" Right? It's funny to me how people don't know how to buy fruit. Like people have no clue how to buy fruit. And they was I just remember us having a conversation. Did we get the right thing? Like, how is it? Like da da da, just asking me all these questions. And I tried, it was horrible. It was horrible. And it's like everything in me is like, no, 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 no. don't eat that. Hell no. And I tried a little bit. It was horrible. And I've tried it twice. It was horrible both times. And now I'm just at the point where I don't even care how it tastes. I don't want it. I'll go without. Like watermelon season here is over, and I just eat other fruit. I've been eating a lot of oranges lately, like mandarins mainly. I've been eating a lot of mandarins. You know, um, I started off on the live eating durian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, there's an abundance of fruits. There's an abundance of fruits. So, when one fruit is out of season and you can't get it anymore, there are so many other fruits you can just gravitate to. Like cherries, man. I just started eating cherries earlier this year. Like I don't know, but I just got hip to how good cherries were. Like I never fucked with cherries before, and man, I was in the store and I just decided to try one. I pulled one out the bag and take. Man, I end up getting a cart. I came in the store with no cart, not planning to buy anything. I just like to walk around and look at fruits, like how, like women like the window shop. You just like to see what's there. You're not buying anything, you just want to look. And I do that in grocery stores and farmers markets. I just like to go look at the fruits and see what's there, you know. And this was one of them times I wasn't planning on buying nothing, and I tasted one cherry. I went back out and got a cart, and I grabbed probably like 4, 5 bags. And cherries, I know at least this year, like cherries were pricey. They were like $7.99 a pound. So I spent a little money on them, but they were so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a new fruit for me. But that season is over. So, I eat other things. But I'm already ready for cherry season to begin. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Uh, what up, Joey? How you doing, Asra? Yeah, I gotta get some more cucumbers. I'm about to start eating them. I'm trying this out. I've been wanting to get away from the juicing again. I went a period of time where I wasn't juicing at all. But I've been going through this period of I've had to gain weight because after I did the watermelon, I was underweight. And so I needed to gain, say, about no more than 17 pounds. Although I could gain more, but I don't like the way more feel necessarily. Like it would have to be packed on in the right way. And so I've put on about 12 pounds. Like I'm at a pretty comfortable place right now. I'm definitely not underweight anymore. And my body is functioning a lot better than it was when I was underweight. So during like this period of just, putting weight back on, I've been eating fruits like walnuts, macadamias, pecans, dates, avocado, denser, more calorie dense fruits, and drier fruits, fruits that are not hydrating. And so it's like, okay, well, how do I hydrate then? I didn't know what else to do, so I started drinking juice again. And at the time, like Whole Foods was the only place that I knew where you could buy cold pressed juice. You know what I mean? And like unpasteurized, just like you would make it at home. Whole Foods was the only place that I knew that sold that. And I recently just heard a Whole Foods employee a Whole Foods employee told me they discontinued it. They're not selling that no more, and that don't even surprise me. That don't even surprise me, you know, because there's no shelf life on juice when it's, the cold pressed unpasteurized juice. The shelf life is very short, and that just goes against, like retail. You know what I mean? Because everything they sell has long shelf lives. Have long, did I say it right? Long shelf lives. So, like that's why they pasteurize juice to extend the shelf life. So that's what they're going to. They have another brand of juice that's pasteurized, and that's what they're going to. Most people don't even care about that. I'm probably one of the only ones that do. So they're not going to miss me and my little bit of money I was given. So I said I'm going to try cucumbers. I'm going to try using cucumbers to quench thirst and for hydration and see how that go. Or, to help out with hydration. So we'll see. And not exclusively cucumbers, but I'm going to start eating a lot more cucumbers though. Mandarins also, a lot of different things. Do I believe in semen retention? I don't understand the point of even like playing that game. I don't understand that game. You know what I'm saying? You have sex not to release, and when it comes time to release, you just gonna hold it in. Like I don't understand it. Like why play with yourself like that? Like why tease yourself? I don't understand it. I'm celibate, so you can't practice semen retention no stronger than that. I'm not going, I don't know. Like, I've done it before. Like, I've practiced it before. But I had different reasons for practicing it, though. I had to remember. Yeah, I've practiced it. I've practiced it with women and, like, I'm not even going to get into all that. That's about to be like a long thing. And I'm not even going to get that deep into that. But yeah, I don't understand the game, to answer your question. It's like it's like you have, I don't know, it's like you have like a sex addiction. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But like I said, I'm celibate, so like you can't do it no better than that. What's up, Charles? Yep, I don't use any body wash. I don't use any soap. Um, yeah, I don't shower at all. I don't shower at all. I didn't say the last part about water through the water filter. I didn't say that part. But the other part, the other stuff, I did say that, that I don't use any body wash, no soap, nothing. I don't shower. I can't even tell you the last time I showered. Um, you know, I'll get in a creek or something like that. I don't get in swimming pools. I don't get in saunas. I don't get in no water where there's chemicals. So when the season is right, I'll get in, I'll go out in nature, get in a creek, all that. But I don't do the showers. I don't do soap. I don't do none of that. Like I haven't done it in a long time. I don't think I ever really had a persimmon. I may have to try. Like, I see them a lot. I don't know. I may have to try. How do you know when a persimmon is ripe and ready to eat? Yeah, you don't. I don't know why. I don't understand the obsession with watermelon. Like, people act like watermelon is the only fruit on the planet. Like, there's so many fruits to pick from. You do not have to eat watermelon. And then they got to be seeded for a lot of people. I think that's just online though, because people, I like, the whole reason it's hard to find seeded watermelon is because most people prefer seedless watermelon. That's why seeded is hard to find. And for a person that's not really a fruit eater, that don't understand, the importance or the significance of seeds, watermelon contains a lot of seeds. And just the average person don't want to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I eat the seeds. I'm either eating them or, I may pick some out if I plan on planting them, you know, trying to get my green thumb. Other than that, I'm eating them. And like, I love the seeds. Like, that's probably the only seed that I like to eat from a fruit, other than pumpkin seeds. But like pumpkin seeds, I like the seeds, but not the fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other seed that I like though. And you gotta remember, like, I'm only eating them raw. Like, I don't want them roasted. You shit, you could roast. You can make anything taste good if you roast it. I don't want them roasted. I don't want them salted. So that changes everything. Like, if you eat it roasted and salted, you could eat like fucking anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's, I don't know, well over 100,000 different fruits to pick from. And with us having like import set up, you got options. You got options. What I say, celibacy plays a big role. Hey, Instagram, we're going to be getting disconnected in about a minute and a half, just a FYI. So if you can, you could pick up on YouTube and you could pick up on Facebook. I'm on all three right now. What I say, celibacy plays a big role in your success with the fruitarian diet. No, no, not at all. Um, I mean, and I could be wrong, but I was already on the fruitarian diet. It's the fruitarian diet that led me to celibacy. So that's how that happened. And it wasn't even a path that I wanted to take, but it was a path that I knew I was supposed to take. And because I knew I was supposed to take it, I wanted to take it. But I wasn't trying to be celibate. I was with somebody and everything. Like, I've said this before, like, I was with the perfect girl, you know, and, like, being like, when you eat just fruit, like, I've said this before, I'm sure I'll say it again, but eating just fruit is not, it's not just like a physical detox, like, it's a whole life detox. So anything in your life that's holding you back, weighing you down in any kind of way, this lifestyle, like, it's going to be brought to your attention. You're going to become aware of it. And then it's up to you what you do. So, being intimate sexually, it was just holding me back. And I didn't even know. It was weighing me down. I had no idea. I had no idea until after I got on the other side and I was just free from, I guess you could say, that addiction. And then you know how they say hindsight is 2020. I just kind of started reflecting on my life, and it was like, damn, like sex controlled my life. Sex, I ain't gonna say it controlled my life, like my whole life, but sex controlled much of my life. You know, sex, the hope for sex, the hope for meeting a new girl and having sex with her really soon, the hope for developing and building sexual relationships with women influenced a large majority of my life. Like a lot of my decisions were influenced by those goals, you know. Um, and I never even knew until I just took that path. And that whole like desire was taken from me. And I started being able to see so clearly. Like, wow, like that shit was really fucking me up. And the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. So that's how that went for me. It probably does help me. I don't know. I never really thought about it. But that's how I got on this path. Eating just fruit led me to that path of celibacy. Eating just fruit. You know what's so powerful about eating just fruit? It's because it doesn't allow you to suppress anything. That's really all it is. It's not that fruit is like a super. I mean, it is, but it's really not. It's just food. But it's food. It's the food that we were meant to eat. And so the problem is we're eating a lot of things that we're not meant to eat. And a lot of what we're eating is really drugs. And it affects our brains as drugs do. And these things allow us to suppress things that we don't want to feel. It allows us to escape certain realities that we don't want to live in. You understand what I'm saying? It allows us to not feel things we don't want to feel. I don't know. Did I say that already? But in a different way. But you understand what I'm saying? So it allows you, when you're eating all these other things that are not fruit, all these things that are man-made, it allows you to not have to look in the mirror. You don't have to face yourself anymore. Right? And so when you eat fruit, though, the mirror is there. Eating fruit is like making a decision to face yourself. You're going to face yourself every day. You're not running from anything anymore. You're not trying to escape. You're not going to bury anything anymore. You're going to face it head on. When you decide to eat fruit, those are decisions you're making also. And so it's because you're not running, you're not hiding, you're not suppressing. Like these things are just normal. Like these experiences are just normal, but we don't experience them because we're drugged up. Like we stay drugged up off of the shit that we're eating and drinking that's not food. And people don't even realize it. But all like America, like everybody, like all over the world, like people are drugged up. People stay drugged up. Like, what do you think people are doing when they had that morning coffee? I used to drink coffee all fucking day. Coffee is a drug. Same with the energy drinks. Same with the pop. or the soda, whatever you call it, where you from. I call it pop. Same with the pop. These are drugs. And like these are some of the most popular drinks on the planet. Coca-Cola, this is just one brand of pop. But the last time I read, Coca-Cola sells more than 1 billion servings of Coca-Cola every single day worldwide. More than 1 billion. That's insane. It's a drug. So people all over the world, like people are drugged up. What do you think they're doing when they go to the bar? When they go to the restaurant and have a couple drinks? When they get that 6-pack of beer? They're drugging themselves up. They're escaping, they're suppressing, they're hiding, they're running. They don't want to face that man in the mirror. And this is a lifestyle for people. This is the lifestyle people live every single day. When they go to these fast junk places, these places don't sell food. They're drugging up. When they go to these restaurants, they're drugging up. So I'm just saying, people are drugged up. People stay drugged up. That's what's really going on. And it gets deeper, but I'm not going to go any deeper. I think that's deep enough for right now. So, I mean, that's what you're dealing with. Right? So it's because people stay drugged up that they never have to face themselves. And these just normal processes of life where things are brought to your attention that are holding you back, weighing you down, areas of your life that you need to address, you need to confront, you need to change, whatever. They're not having these experiences because they're drugged up. So when you eat just fruit, you're no longer drugged up. So now you can have these experiences again because you're not dumb. I mean, not dumb, but numb. You're not numb. Right? So that's really all it is that's happening. It's not that the fruits are so powerful. It's just that you're not drugged up anymore because now you're eating food and you're eating the food that you're supposed to eat, that God put here for us to eat. Okay, so persimmons are very soft to the touch like a tomato when they're ready to eat. Okay. Do I get colonics? I have. I hope you still here. I see you asked that a little while ago, about 10 minutes ago, but I have. I don't think I would. I don't think I need to again. But I went through like a whole program. I don't remember the frequency, but I was getting them regularly. When I first started, actually when I first started, I wasn't on fruit completely. When I first started was a little before my first watermelon cleanse in 2023. That's when I first started with the colonics. And I met this really great lady that did them out of her house. She used to be in a clinic, and then COVID hit, and the clinic closed down, so she moved everything into her house. And I was going to see her regularly. She gave me a discount and everything. And she stopped, although like I felt inside that it was time for me to stop, but then she wouldn't see me anymore because I had started the watermelon cleanse, and somebody told her that what I was doing was dangerous. And I don't know, this could happen, that could have blah blah blah. And she believed it. So she had reached out, told me that she couldn't see me no more. And it was annoying to me because it's like, you see me. Like I think I was going to her like once a month now. And she followed me on Facebook. She probably still do. I'm like, why the fuck would you, like, my thoughts were, I didn't say nothing to her because, like I said, I had already knew inside that like it was time for that to come to an end. So I didn't really say anything to her. But it was like my thoughts were like, why the fuck would you believe her? Like, you talk to me, you see me. Like, you see me on Facebook. I'm like, what a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? But those are just some of my inner thoughts. But yeah, I've done them. What's up, crack? Do you ever water fast? I don't drink water. So there you go. I mean, I have before, like, a lot of years ago when I did drink water. Um, I believe I did like a water fast for like 5 days or something like that. But like, you're talking, this is like over 20 years ago though. And I really wasn't doing it. Like, I was doing it for different reasons. But when you do a fast like that, you're supposed to conserve as much energy as possible. And I was working in a factory, going to work every day, fucking slanging steel around. My jobs have always been like very physical. So, but I was doing it for different reasons though. But the right way to do it, you should be resting when you fast. You should be resting as much as possible, doing as little as possible, because the whole purpose of fasting is to conserve energy so the body can utilize that energy for healing, for regeneration, right? So you're freeing up energy to give more energy for the body, or to the body to use for those purposes. So I've never done it like that though, to where I just do as little as possible. All right, I'm glad you're here, Butterfly, and I'm glad you got to see my answer. Now that's how you think that's the biggest drug? Toothpaste? Yeah, I mean they're toxic, yeah, but I mean I don't know why you think that's the biggest drug. And that's like a drug in a different kind of sense. I'm not even sure why it's called like the, what is it, the fluoride that's considered a drug? Whatever's in it that's considered a drug. I'm not even sure why it's considered a drug. Like, when I think of drug, I think of something addictive. So I think of something addictive. I think of something, I can't say healing. I don't know. I guess I never really thought too much into what a drug is. So maybe I'll look into that some more. But yep, y'all. So I'm about to I'm about to get off of here. Yeah, hey, I make my own toothpaste, Charles. I haven't bought a store brand toothpaste for myself, it's been a while. It's been a while. The last toothpaste I bought, I thought it was pretty good. My son uses it now. It's like a charcoal based toothpaste, and it has like a bunch of like from the ingredients, there's nothing bad in it from what I remember. But I started making my own toothpaste. So I don't uh I don't buy store brands no more. Thanks, crap. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my brother. Hey, I appreciate you, Six. I hope to see you again on, next time I go live or on another live. What's up, the Fruit Yogi? I should visit. Hey, I agree. I should visit Florida. I agree with you. But Florida's big. I wouldn't have any idea where to go. I don't know anybody in Florida. So I wouldn't even know where to go. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Hey, and wherever you are, um, I appreciate you coming on and hanging out, sharing some of your time with me, sharing your energy with me. I appreciate the gems, the comments, the questions, everything. Just the time that we were able to spend together, and the energy we were able to exchange with one another. Um, and so I'm about to get off of here. Blessings to you, Butterfly Angel. I'm glad you got to catch the live too, Labash. Um, I appreciate you, crap. Hope to see you again soon when I go live. Y'all all have a great evening.